In this session, we're going to cover the real reason for self-care and run through 3 exercises to nourish you holistically. Feeling stuck, low, anxious, or full of doubt? Then this session is for you. So in this soul session, we'll be using the Self Care Playbook. I've chosen 3 exercises in the playbook to cover your mind, your body, and your spirit. For your mind, an exercise in positive self-talk. For your body, we'll be doing some enjoyable movement. And for your spirit, we'll be practicing intuition. Self-care feels nice on many levels. It helps you with your mental health, your physical health, with relationships and how you feel about life in general. However, there is a deeper reason for self-care. It's not really just to make you feel better. It's about healing the whole, healing the world. Hear me out. If every single person took responsibility for their feelings, their thoughts, their emotions, aligned themselves with love and followed inner guidance for how to show up in the world, imagine how the world would change if every single person did this. There would be no blame or hate projected onto others. There would be inspired action to heal every part of our world that's sick. Intentions would join and we'd all work together. It may sound simplistic, but healing is often simple. So, let's do the work. So we're starting with an exercise in the Self-Care Playbook called Self-Talk. Boost belief in your self-worth through positive affirmations. Before we get started, it would be useful to grab a piece of paper and a pen or your journal, because we're going to do a few writing exercises. Or if you have a self-care playbook, flip to the exercise and you can fill in your self-care playbook. I'll put the link in the self-care playbook in the caption below in case you want to get one. Okay, so each section of the self-care playbook starts with an affirmation. I am surrounded by wonderful opportunities. What a great affirmation. And the exercise for positive self-talk is a letter that we're writing to ourselves. It's a fill-in-the-blank exercise. It starts with, I'll put the words up on screen so you can follow along. Feel free to pause the video at any point to fill in the blank if you need a little bit more time. So it starts with, Dear me, you are wonderful because... Fill in the first thing that comes into your mind. Why are you so wonderful? You're really good at... What are you really good at? It could be an interpersonal skill, a career skill, musical, artistic, creative, good at making people laugh or smile. Your favourite body part is... And it goes on to ask you why. You have overcome. What have you overcome in this life? What hardships have you faced that you've come through and are on the other side of? You are so worthy of your dreams because why do you deserve your dreams? You are equal to anyone you can think of, including... Who are you equal to? You can think of the most amazing, wonderful people that you think are just the best thing ever. You are equal to these people. And the last beautiful one is, you have permission to. What can you give yourself permission to today that you don't usually give yourself permission to do? Lots of love, me. So that was a really lovely mind exercise that we started off with there. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit more positive, a little bit more uplifted, reminding yourself of your brilliance and your wonder and your beauty. Right, now we'll move on to our movement exercise. So this one says, maintain your physical and mental health by moving your body. The affirmation at the start of this chapter is, moving my body makes me feel light, fun and free. A sedentary lifestyle refers to sitting down for more than 70% of the day. It's associated with a variety of mental and physical illnesses. Thinking of ways to move your body today will not only prevent illness, but also get your body functions working again, resulting in feeling better right away. Just 20 minutes of exercise changes your brain. Finding fun ways to move would unleash even more happy brain chemicals, thus blessing you with even more joy, peace, and energy. Use this space to brainstorm fun ways to move, like bopping to a happy song, or discover ways you could slip movement into your normal routine, like parking 15 minutes walk away from the supermarket, for example. So we've got 2 areas to brainstorm here. How can I move my body in a fun way today? So let's think of some examples. There are quite a lot of cool ways to move. It doesn't have to all be about doing cardio in your front room all on your own. You need a lot of motivation for that. Most of us, I don't think, have that kind of motivation. So that's where fun movement comes in, because you're more likely to do it if you enjoy it. Okay, so how can I move my body in a fun way today? Question 1. Question 2, how can I move more during my normal day's routine? I like this one. My life has changed quite a lot since having a toddler, and I move so much more now, but before that I loved my work so much as a designer that I just used to sit at the computer for hours and hours and hours, from like 9 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock, and then probably watch some TV in the evenings. That's a lot of sitting. That's way more than 70% of my day, like sedentary. And now I probably sit down for, on work days, maybe 50% of the day, and on toddler days, golly gosh, 20% of the day. Changing your normal day-to-day routine can have a massive impact on your health. So ideas like, parking further away from somewhere that you have to walk to, finding a slot in your normal routine to go and do some fun movement, finding like an evening course, because exercise and movement can be a lot easier to do when you're in a group of people that are all doing the same thing. And to make that actionable, can you commit to moving your body in a fun way today? And can you do that straight after this video? Or pause this video and do it now. Okay, let's move on to the exercise for your spirit. I've chosen intuition for this exercise. Deepen your connection to the wisdom and guidance within. And the affirmation is, by learning to still my mind, I can access the deep well of wisdom and guidance within. Practice listening to your intuition. Step 1. Get peaceful. Clear the mind gloop. The physical part of yoga is designed to quieten the ego part of us, so you can connect more deeply to the inner you, the spirit part of us, and hear wisdom from source. Taking inspiration from this, if you feel restless, start by doing 5 to 10 minutes of exercise, dancing, aerobics, jumping jacks, yoga, running. So, it's time to pause the video and take 5 to 10 minutes of doing some mindful movement. Excellent, well done you. Step 2, it's time to sit quietly where you won't be disturbed. The ego loves distraction, so for ultimate support, put your phone on silent, turn it over, and shut the door of the room that you're in if you can. Pause this video for a moment whilst you go and get comfy-womfy. Nice. Step 3, it's time to close your eyes and focus on your breathing for a minute. We could try counting your breaths to 10, which turns your attention inwards, like taking an escalator down within. So, I'll guide you through 10 breaths. To prepare, let's let all the breath go, in a big exhale. And breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in and out. In out. In In, out, in, out, in, out, in, and out. Step 4. Put your attention on something you would like guidance on, and ask your intuition, your inner guidance, for guidance on that thing. Notice any thoughts that arise which feel like loving guidance. These could be thoughts or instant knowings or feelings. An alternative step 4, if that doesn't quite work for you, could be to write a question on a piece of paper and let any answers flow out of your pen. You can write what comes to mind. Writing can often be easier to hear guidance in amongst the thoughts of your mind. So you could either do it with your eyes closed and focus within, or you could do it writing down your question on a piece of paper. I'll leave you for 1 minute to download your guidance. So the final part of this exercise is just a little reminder of how do you know if the voice you're listening to is spirit or ego? The voice of ego is focused on fear. The voice of spirit inspires peace. A helpful question to ask when you're unsure if the thought is intuition or ego is, does this inspire peace? And that concludes this self-care soul session. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope it benefits you and helps you with your self-care journey. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe. And if there's someone that you think could benefit from this video, please do share the video with them as well. So well done for spending this time investing in yourself. It's not always easy to do. So well done you. And hopefully I'll see you next time in the next soul session.